everybody, welcome back to another video. So today I decided I'm going to show you guys how I actually prepare for my cash stuffings. So we're going to be budgeting today. I want to show you about how much I have earned and how I disperse my income to my different categories and how I decide on how much is going to each envelope. So let's just get straight into it. Open the iPad. I use the program OneNote. This is how I'm going to look at all my categories and what I have in my sinking funds. And then this book here is my budget planner. So this is how I keep track of my spending. So here we go, here's a blank page. All right, so first thing first, we're going to write down how much we have earned this week. So this week I did earn a total of $1,151, but in Australia, we don't have $1 notes, so I'm just going to make it 1,150. Just push this aside. So my work salary is that total. And I also received a birthday card in the mail from my grandparents, and I have been given a little bit of birthday cash as a little bonus, and that was $40. So we have 1190 as my total. This week my savings goal here, it has a little section where I can have a goal. I'm going to decide that at the end once I've dispersed my income throughout these different expenses. I get paid bi-weekly or fortnightly from work, and so this is my big income of the fortnight. Next week will probably be like $100 or $200. So what I do is I pay my rent with this income. So I'm just going to grab my calculator here. We are starting with 1,190, and my section of rent, now I'm going to go rent 1 and rent 2, 111.66. So my rent is shared by 3 people, so it's very affordable for me, thankfully. So now I have a total of $966.68 left. So I always get rid of the rent section first. Then what I like to do is I go to my wallet envelope section, and I have these 4 categories. So I don't know if you can see that very well. Move it over. First, let's just have a little coffee break. This is a vanilla custard pie pod from my virtual machine. Delicious. So as you can see, I have fuel, groceries, eating out, and allowance. And, oh, what am I doing? I need to keep that there. What I might do is just switch the places of this, just because it is easier for me. Alright, so I have fuel, and this will be going in the expense category transport and car, and I will be putting about $60 aside for that. So I still have my total here of how much I have left, so I'll minus 60, and that's how much I have left. So basically what we're doing is this is a zero-based budget. So I'm going to start with my total amount and get rid of all my money to put them into all the categories. So it's as if I have $0 left, so I don't spend anything unless it's in a certain spot. So fuel will be getting $60. I'll write it in here as well. Groceries. So I'm going to be going to Aldi this week and Woolworths. Aldi will be getting $65, and then Woolworths will be getting $60, mainly because we get our meat from Woolworths and it costs a bit more from there. So it's about $125. So now you have $781 left. So groceries is $125. So that is how much is going towards my groceries. Eating out, I'm going to give myself a fund this week, because otherwise I dig into other funds. I'm going to give myself a lunch fund and a coffee fund. So if I go out with my sister, I am already prepared for it. So I'll be doing $20 for lunch and $10 for coffee date. So altogether that's $30 for eating out. All right, and then allowance will be getting nothing because I don't need anything, I don't want anything, so that's just another fund I can just keep. Alrighty, so what I like to do first of all is I'm going to get a highlighter and go, this is my wallet envelopes. So fuel, groceries, and my eating out. So the blue is my wallet envelopes. Now we're going to go on to the sinking funds. So my utilities, I always put a lot in there, like I put way more than I need to, but I'm trying to save for a house, so I'm just not going to put as much in there because I always have a lot of rollover. So this week for utilities, I will be putting $40. So we have our total here, we'll go minus 40. And then I'll add it into here. This is, oh, I'm so sorry. This is all a trial and error. So you just put how much you think should go in there. From when I first started my binders, I started with a calculation. So I was like, okay, I'm going to need $1,000 by this point. So I'm going to divide $1,000 by how many weeks or how many paychecks I have until then. And that's how much I would put aside each week. Right now, I've already organized all of that, so it's all fine. So I have an idea of how much I need to put aside each week. So if you're just starting fresh and you've never done this before, do that calculation. Find out how much it's going to take you to put aside every single week for each category, so you'll know you're putting enough aside each week. That is my tip for if you're doing this for the first time. Okay, so car maintenance will be into the transport and car. I do have a service coming up. I haven't booked it yet, but I really should. So I'm just going to put $50 aside for that. So far we have $661.68 left. Internet, I'm only going to be putting $10 aside because I only pay $23 a month because it's also split between 3 people. Oh, sorry. $10 for internet. Alright, health, so basically any medicine I need to buy, I will be putting, let's go $10 aside for that one. Back to school, which is mainly my fund for, sorry, I need to take away the 10, which is mainly my fund for my university loans, so my school loans. I'm not in a really big rush to pay it off. But when I graduate, I will be. I'll make that my priority. It will be $40. 40. Toiletries, I'm pretty sure I used all that last week. We needed a whole bunch of soaps and all that random stuff. So I'm going to add that into groceries. So toiletries is basically just soaps, toilet paper, sanitary items, all that good stuff. I'm putting $50 aside for that. House deposit, I will be making a section here. What I like to do is I do this last. I'll go back to it and whatever I have left, I'll put all of it in this section here. So this is my main goal. So I'll come back to that soon. Vacation and wedding. Vacation / wedding. I am putting $40 aside. Also, great news, I have ordered a new binder. It's going to be the binder I keep in my purse or my handbag, whatever you call it. And so that way it's more easy to hold on to, because in my wallet right now it's very, it's not meant for the cash system, so that the cash envelope system, so it's a bit difficult. So I've got a new one of those. I'm going to be making more envelopes as well, more categories. For example, I'll be doing a vacation envelope and then a wedding envelope. Like, I'll make them separate. I'll also have a YouTube envelope, the Amazon envelope, like all these extra envelopes that I can budget for, because otherwise I'm digging into my buffer for things that I haven't already planned for. Okay, sinking funds, let's make it pink. So we'll separate it, just so that way we know. Utilities, internet, house deposit, toiletries, vacation, weddings, school loans, and medicine. The shopping binder, which is my bottom priority binder at the moment. We have clothing, so clothing I'll be putting $20 aside. Gifts, oh, can't write on that. Gifts, we've got Christmas. I will also just be putting, what am I doing? $20 in each one of those. Date night. I'm pretty sure I use that as well. Got a few dinners through the week. We'll put $30 in there this week. And my last one, which is home, I'll add that to shopping. We'll be adding 25. Oh my goodness. And this is what happens. I forgot to be subtracting it. So I planned this beforehand, and basically my whole entire income for this time was $1,090. But last week I dug into my buffer by $110 because I didn't plan enough for like eating out, coffee, dates, all that sort of stuff. So it's just like random bits I spent. So out of my buffer I spent $110. So I need to take away 110. So my actual income, I'm going to class it as $1,080. So we're going to start again. So we have $1,080. And let's take it all out of here. Take away 60. Take 125. Take away the
I got some new feelings that make you uncomfortable.
Alright, so then we have 510 left, and then we need to minus rent twice. So then minus rent, we have $286.68. I'm going to be putting all of that into house deposit. So I don't have $1 notes and coins and all that to put into my envelope, so I'm just going to round that down to 285 will be going into my house deposit. So 285. So I'm not perfect at budgeting, as you can clearly see. I'm still learning. There's mistakes that get made, but you figure it out as you go. You double check, you triple check, you make sure you're not spending more than you're earning, and you make sure you're organizing it properly. So obviously, saying some big cost has come out and I haven't planned for it enough, it came out of nowhere, I will use my house deposit fund because it's still my money. It doesn't matter where it is, it's still all of my money. It's not a big problem where I technically take it from, but it just helps me see how much I shouldn't be spending. Like if I have $40 set aside for my vacation, I'm not going to go on a $2,000 holiday. That's just not what I'm going to be doing, you know? So this just helps me see how much I have and helps me plan my future expenditures. So let's make all of these ones purple. Perfect. That's everything. So now that we have all that organized, I'm going to show you what I do when I go to the bank. So a lot of people have the same question. They're like, like when you go to the bank, how do you get the exact notes? So there's a few options you can do. You can go to the bank teller and have your denominations listed out and go, hey, can I please get 7 $50 notes, 10 $20 notes, blah, 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 blah. But they actually do have a charge, like a surcharge when you do that. I don't know if your bank does, but mine does. Basically, if I keep doing that, they're going to charge me about $3 every single time I do that, just for their service, even though it's your money you're taking out. I don't know, I don't agree with it. But so I found an ATM, and basically it's a change ATM, and you can pull it out and pull out all your denominations yourself. So I drive about 5 minutes further away than I usually do to get that ATM. So I'm going to show you what I do. So I'll just get rid of that. So I'm going to write my denominations here. I don't ever grab $100 notes out. I only do that when my money is increasing a lot and I need to switch it out. So I use $50 notes, $20 notes, 10s and 5s as well. I'm not an artist. This is not very neat. And then basically, this is what I do. I go through all of this. So utilities, I need $40, so I'm going to need 2 20s. Internet, I'll need $10. House deposit, I'll need $285. So I go 100, 250, 60, 70, 85. Date night, I'll need $30, so a 20 and a 10. Medicine, I'll need 10. Fuel, I'll need 60, so we'll go 50, 60. Car maintenance, I'll need another 50. Aldi, I'll need 50, 65. Woolworths, I'll need 20, 40, 60. Toiletries are 50, 20, 30, 40. I'll need 20, 40, 60, 85. And vacation will be 40. So this is like an example of how I would do it. And then I'll go to the bank and I'll go, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 9 50s, 5, 10, 15, 16 20s, 7 10s, and 3 5s. But before I'll go, I'll add this up and make sure this actually adds up to how much I'm withdrawing, because there's been multiple times where I've done it wrong. I add an extra one or I missed one and it doesn't add up. So always double, triple check, okay? And yeah, so basically I already did it for this week. I already did my denominations over here. I was withdrawing 815, but that was not including my rent, that's not including my birthday money, and that's not including the money I lost last week from my buffer. So this is what we're using it today. So yeah, that is how I budget every single week. I use this budget planner, and I hope that helps you start your journey to budgeting and gives you an idea of how I do it. Everyone may do it a little bit differently, but that's just how I do it. After watching lots of budgeting videos myself last year, I decided this is what I wanted to do. I want to try this, see if this is how it's going to help me save money, and it 100% has. So this has helped me on my financial freedom journey so much, and I really encourage you to try it or try another method. Yeah, so anyway, I'm about to record my cash stuffing, so stay tuned for that video. I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.